Hello, hello, on this beautiful, beautiful spring day. Today I would like to talk about life. What defines a good life? It's a great question. Well, today we're in Lugan. We're in front of the Gu family mansion. It's beautiful Japanese Baroque architecture, quite stunning. And what defines a good life? My name is Leon Lacovey, the grandfather. This, for me, is a very, very interesting question because it begins at the beginning. The very first question I think we must ask before we even answer this question or begin to answer this question is, am I alive? What? What do you mean? Well, I believe that most human beings do not truly know that they are alive. They're alive. They're not just going through some function. They exist, they think, is the major point of existence. So given that the answer is yes, I'm alive, then let us proceed and see if we can unfold that question, unpack that question just a bit. First and foremostly, if I am alive, then when I woke up this morning, I was excited. I was excited to be awake because I had one more day, one more beautiful day of consciousness. Then what must come to me is deep gratitude. I'm thankful to be me, that my bed is warm, that I'm clean. I can then get up, go to the bathroom, I can shave, shower, do the necessary things. Then what immediately comes to mind is my family. I'm deeply appreciative that I have friends and family that matter in my life. So those three things are the very basis to this question. The first one being, I'm conscious. I'm conscious of being alive. Secondly, great gratitude. And thirdly, love, deep love for my family. And then, of course, I can proceed with my day. I write in my notebook, I document the day, and then, like most of us, I have a career, something I must do. So the good life also constitutes having a career. Now, of course, after university, I do not have a career. I did not have a career. For 10 years of my life, and I think it's the same for most of us, for 10 years of my life, I was a wage slave. I was learning a trade, basically. I was trained, even though I'm trained as a philosopher from an educational standpoint, you can't make any money as a philosopher. So I was trained as a salesman for a number of years. Very hard, arduous work, to be honest. But that being said, something occurred to me recently I thought was really fascinating. I was in a convenience store. A huge lineup, huge. I got to the very front of the line, and young man, and I expected him to be disheveled, angry, bitter, what have you. So I said to him, how are you today? And he said, oh, I'm great. I'm so excited. And I said, wow, what are you excited about? He said, I hope it stays this busy when I buy my own. Buy your own what? Franchise. He said it was possible, supposedly, to actually get a convenience store franchise. Now, it wouldn't be my career, but it certainly wanted to be his. Then, of course, after this, I must document my time. My time becomes really important. So like all human beings, once I know that I'm alive, I also know that I'm going to leave this consciousness. I'm going to die and transcend. I'm going to go and speak with God over a period of time. Now, that means that this life, this time that I'm spending is extremely important. So the good life constitutes being totally aware that I'm living in time. I'm living in time. Then, do I have a positive attitude? Am I happy? Filled with the frustrations and anxiety of life and with its joy, do I appreciate it all? No regrets. Absolutely no regrets. Many lessons, perhaps, but no regrets. And then, of course, health. Do I keep my health? Now, at 65 years old, I can tell you, yes, you can keep your health. But, like an old doctor told me in India, the body is like a machine. You must change the oil, change the headlights, change the tires. You must really be ready to respond to the problems that could occur in the body. Now, I would like to quickly read you just a little bit from our book, Grandfather is Going to Die, chapter 28. Always excellence. Why not? And the chapter goes on to describe what it's like to live in a state of excellence. And basically from Aristotle. Aristotle tells us, the great philosopher, he tells us that whatever action I do, I should at the very least believe it can be done in a state of excellence. Always there at least. Everything I do, from brushing my teeth to cleaning myself to dressing myself, my school, my job, excellence. Even if I don't achieve it, it's there consciously all the time. So, very quickly, if I want to live that good life we hear so much about, firstly, I must be aware that I am alive. Secondly, gratitude, must have gratitude for my life. Thirdly, love of my family. My career is extremely important to me. Then, of course, I must document time. I must be aware of time. Keep a positive attitude about my life. And, of course, guard my health. Guard my health. And you know what they say? Critical thinking is, of course, necessary. It's extremely necessary to live a positive life, and critical thinking is great. So reflect. What constitutes a good life? We all know. We don't know at the beginning, but eventually we will find out. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.